Goldquiver. On comms, we have Koala and Clarion. Tracking, we have Blanc and Alex. And I'm going to leave it up to the rest to these guys.
Hello, hello.
What's up, peeps? That's right. You're stuck with us for the next
couple hours, probably.
Time. Yeah, we got a matchup of legends. I think this is actually, I want to say this is a rematch from a previous season. I think these two did a best of 3. This is only a best of 1 because we are still a winner's bracket and it's only round 2. But yeah, a little bit of a I don't know, potential little grudge match, kind of little extra spice, but
it is. Yeah, I forgot that they played last year. That
I only remember that because Goldquiver was talking about it on his stream yesterday.
You know,
I'm like,
that
oh,
will
interesting.
Do it.
I was like, interesting, yeah, because he was reminiscing about how I think it was close. He was saying so. Yeah, I imagine this should be a pretty good one. They've picked some spicy settings. So for anyone who does not know, Season 6 is a little bit different. Runners can opt into adding some extra settings on top of what is already there for Season 6. And these two, for some reason known only to God and themselves, decided that they wanted to add an extra dungeon. So you have 4-dungeon race mode. And they wanted to add combat caves. Because everybody loves doing combat caves, clearly.
So I remember the last race that had combat caves actually was pretty jetty. But they also didn't have to do many combat caves in it, so...
Yeah, then that'll do it, yeah. So we'll have to see. Who knows, you know? And some of them are slow, so a lot of the times they will sort of wait on them. So we'll see.
Starting here on Greatfish.
So Goldquiver's feet are something.
That's the Chocobo. Looking at our hints, we see Helmrock, Kali Demos, and Goma. That's 3 fast dungeons. Oh, Fire Mountain, Baron, Overlook, Baron. Rock Spire, BPR.
Hammer in the Mail. Shark Island with a bottle. So now that's interesting. That'll probably be a last location, or hopefully don't need to go there.
Yeah.
That's pretty much Shark Island in a nutshell. Yeah, so Shark Island is actually a location that will always be hinted if combat caves are in logic.
True.
Because it sucks.
Thorned Ferry, also nothing. I wouldn't be surprised to see an early cliff plat from either runner now.
Okay, Goldquiver trying to peek that. I think that may have been spiky.
It looked spiky to me.
I saw only the tiniest corner. Well, Tubamann not going to peek
outset.
Interesting.
And with that Warp to Forest Haven, I assume that's going to be a cliff
That'd probably be cliff flat, yeah. Because, I mean, and maybe... I don't know, because there's not as much. You're not going to cliff flat into birds just because birds is nothing, and thorn is also nothing. But then at that point, I like to peek top of cliff, and then maybe you just hope that you don't have to even do cliff.
True.
But we'll see. This may also just be a preferred opener for Goldquiver. Sometimes you kind of just have like your thing that you want to start out with, so then that way, while you're doing something, you can let the gears start turning and think about, okay, based on this hint information, what am I going to make of this? That looked wooden on the island there, too.
It did look wooden. I wasn't sure. He ran into Beetle, and I missed what Beetle was selling.
I was looking at Goldquiver's feet.
Me too.
Like,
that looks spiky up at top of
They are loud. Those are some loud freaking feet.
Do you think they're Nerf? They're the right colors.
It's like Hulk hands, but for feet.
Hulk feet.
I mean, the Chocobo's model size definitely fits that, so...
That's... The models with big feet, I have nothing but respect and fear for people who play with them.
For the people who use them, yeah. I mean, Goldquiver's been using this for as long as I think they've been running, really.
Yeah, but
rando.
It's, you know, so many of my lineups for playing rely on the feet of my character, and I just feel like when I look at those, I'm like, I can't see anything.
It's like, what's happening here? And so far, not a lot on outset.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, something on cliff. Oh, Tuba's a center cliffer.
I remember someone timing this and saying center was actually the fastest.
I can believe it. Sometimes center gets weird, though. That's part of why I don't super prefer it.
I think overall, though, all three are pretty... It's not a huge difference, so it's just
sure. Okay, so it looks like Tuba stored delivery bag and just opted to open up the top chest, which is not something that you usually get to see.
That's stored delivery bag. It's a really nice find, though.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I mean, probably not, there's a good chance Goldquiver goes over there. So, and
Bait bag
and
locked by
Jawbone.
bombs.
I'll have to keep that one in mind. Ghost ship, mother and child. That's nice to pick up early.
Yeah, even though they're not going to want to do it right now.
Yeah, not ideal to do right now, but it's nice to know that you can start planning for it as fast as possible. But if Tuba doesn't find anything too much on Windfall, then I don't think we'll be picking it up at Crescent.
Oh yeah, Ghost Ship is in Logic in Season 6 with just the Ghost Ship chart.
Oh, yeah, because...
That...
technically, you can do it with just the sword, but...
Yeah, well...
You need ground spawns from that freaking Wizrobe.
Yeah, in order to not have a terrible time. Yeah.
Yeah, and even still, you're not going to have a good time.
Over on Horseshoe, it goes Goldquiver to get Salvage Core. I'm a little surprised he's here, because there's not much you can do on this island. I mean, there's the combat cave he could get to, but it's out of Logic.
That's true. I actually kind of forgot the combat cave. So I guess you reveal the chest and you can see what it is, and then you can do the combat cave. Maybe that's the thought process.
It's definitely an interesting play, and it's just like, you know, if Hookshot or something is just on.
Yeah, this is a little bit of spice.
It's...
I mean, this might be a little bit of I don't know, just trying to play the meta of the 1v1 and the best of one. You know, Tuba's probably not going to come here for a bit.
The chest spawn is permanent, but getting back to Horseshoe is definitely not the quickest thing to be able to do, so...
Yeah, you need Hookshot to actually get back to that chest quickly.
Really clean, though.
So, yeah, it was a fast skipping of the golfing.
Yeah, and without Hookshot, you would never want to...
Ooh,
and that's bad for Goldquiver.
I'm sure he probably just was hoping it wasn't. It's okay, we'll get Hookshot from the combat cave, and then we'll be fine.
Of course. I was going to say, the worst case scenario, though, is that if that is Hookshot, because you can just Hookshot that from the ground, but...
Yeah,
by the ground, I mean, like,
yeah, not if it's in the chest, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I'm double checking. That was not a hint. I don't believe this is not like a path location. This is not like an item location. So.
Fire ice. So Tingle gave Tuba a bow, and then in the maze was fire ice.
I was actually. Now,
we don't have any magic.
Like, how did he get fire ice? I don't remember him having a bow.
Yeah, we don't have any magic, so he can't do a whole lot with it. But that'll actually. Speaking of things that might give Tuba some time save, just a bow would make this cave go so much faster.
Yeah, the big Mothula is essentially the mini boss from Forest Haven. Oh, and this is the wooden one. We want those chests reversed.
Yeah,
the big Mothula. Open it. Saying I earned this.
Yeah, the big Mothula dies to a few arrows. It'll die to either elemental arrow in one shot, but. Just having a bow instead of the baby sword, like, makes that cave so much easier. But Tuba, just a quick little trip into Windfall before heading up to Northern Ferry.
See where Goldquiver wants to go.
I'm gonna guess a Diamond Step early.
Yeah, there was a path hint for Diamond Step. So this may have also factored in. It's like, okay, I want to do Diamond Step. I guess if I'm heading that direction, I could, try and get golf done. Golf and the combat cave done.
Which dungeon was the path?
This is path to Forbidden Woods up here on Diamond Step. Diamond Step path to Calidamos. So that one often tends to be a good one, but sometimes it's like, yo, I got you, fam, boomerang, here it is, let's go. But you kind of hope it's like leaf or grapple.
Tuba's safe coming back to Windfall from Northern Ferry, setting up his door cancel.
I didn't see what Northern Ferry has, but
I had a piece of heart, so.
Oh, yeah, gonna call that nothing.
That was Tuba went straight through that dock. Did you see that?
I did see that.
And
yeah, mid-air slashes do things.
Goldquiver getting his octo jump. Tanjo, a big fan of the door cancel. Tanjo's wisdom, always gamble Pompey and Vera.
Door cancel early, gamble Pompey, Vera.
And now we have lights on door cancel. Thanks, kids. They've given us the gift of sight.
It's really nice that that doesn't take away door cancel.
Yeah.
I think all it does is just reload the camera.
That sounds right. Because it has to spawn it for the cutscene or something, I guess.
All right, Diamond Step, what you got? We only got tot happening.
Oh, no. He, didn't get the
Floor Master
stick
got a
far
little
enough away from
handsy.
the Floor Master, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see where we were standing. You can kind of get like a... There's like a spot you can sort of stand where the Floor Master wants to throw it at you. You can like bait him.
Yeah, that's what I always...
That's
walk
basically what he
back
just
and-
set up. Maybe he
Yeah.
got over the Floor Masters. I don't know. Floor Masters are weird. Sometimes they get really aggressive out of nowhere.
Sometimes they just want to do a grab. It's
They
what
just
they're
wanna
made to
a
do.
grab. It's true.
Who are we to deny them their purpose? You know?
All right, so we got just one item here. Let's hope it's a good one. Because
Boomerang.
Goldquiver, I feel like, has invested a lot in coming over this way.
I'm calling boomerang. Bombs.
Okay. So that's Path to Forbidden Woods, whatever that means. So we'll have to keep that in
Boomerang
mind.
on bomb mail.
It could be. It definitely could be. It definitely could
Actually,
be.
we
Which, hey,
did
you know,
have-
wouldn't be the worst.
We did have that bait bag in Jaboon's cave, so maybe it was something
Oh,
behind
that's
the bait
also
bag.
true. That's also
and-
true.
And we did have Islet of Steel hinted as nothing, so that's even more so. But
Probably be a bit before we see some of those bait bag checks.
it is making the hook shot look more and more interesting here.
But it also
Grapple behind
does start me wondering if the hook shot's just going to be like a sphere 0 somewhere,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
which would really, really suck for Goldquiver.
Grapple behind bait bag, we don't know. All we know is that behind bombs there is grapple, leaf, boomerang, or magic. That's
something
all
for
we know.
something for Forbidden Woods. Yeah.
Ooh, solid nothing there in Lenzo's house.
Oh, take that! The Lenza door cancelers are crying. Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Goldquiver
that's
is gonna
right, I
pop
forgot.
the combat cave here.
Tuba might save some time there too with having fire ice, but still no magic, so we don't actually know.
Yeah, honestly, that would actually be big if magic ends up being here, because
Yeah.
this could be pretty low sphere. So, this combat cave in particular, if you notice, as Goldquiver is entering these doors, you actually end up back in this exact same room. So you can cheat the game, and if you have fire and ice arrows, every time you go through one of these doors, one of those little fires lights above the door frame. You can actually just light those yourself with fire ice arrows.
There's
and
the hook
then
shot.
Basically get out for free. Ooh, that's tough.
That was a hook
Yeah.
shot on Marie.
It was a sphere 0 hook.
I will say, if magic ends up being in this DRI cave, that's going to be really bad for Tuba, because I think having fire ice already, this is a last location.
Yeah, you
without
really
magic.
want to wait on this one because it gets like it's so much faster. You just go 4 fire arrows, boom, 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 and then go through one of these doors, and the final door is already open.
Yeah, it completely trivializes the cave.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool little strat. It's not one we see very often.
Yeah.
Because we don't see combat caves very often. Because
And even when we do, this cave can be so early that you might not.
yeah, because the
putting it off.
problem with this combat cave, I say the problem. The thing about this combat cave is, like, enemy wise, it's probably the easiest, and it's a wooden
Ooh, that's
chest. That
good
is
for Tuba.
not what you like to see. But Tuba will probably check it, but we'll see when.
Yeah,
and
but
very well may get to kind of skip it. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Knowing now that we know it's nothing, I'll be almost surprised if Tuba goes there before getting magic, unless magic's like somewhere crazy.
Yeah, but there's so much more of this scene to be played, and combat caves just get crazy. Because
Oh,
some of
for
them,
sure.
can really take a while, and if one of them chooses to do one and the other one doesn't, like, you know.
They did get some Overlook Foolish is a great hint when you have combat caves.
That's true.
And
But Stonewatcher's
Shark-
still in play.
Stonewatcher's still in play, and Shark Island is like a maybe we need it, maybe we don't.
Yeah, to the point where, again, I think both runners would probably leave that towards the very end, if not the very end.
Yeah, I think
Shark Island having a bottle, one, you don't even know if it's required. Two, you
Overlook
might just find a bottle somewhere else.
Overlook is worse than Shark. The way I'll change your mind is saying that Shark takes 5 minutes even when you have light arrows. So
That's true. That's very true.
like, Shark takes forever.
Also, the scary thing about Overlook is it actually gets into logic very early.
Yeah,
Whereas
I mean, it would be in logic right now.
Yeah, Shark actually does require a lot. So that I will say.
In the middle, I mean, Overlook's right next to Dragon Roost Island, which they're warping to probably more than once, both of them. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of either, to be fair. Combat caves are an occasional sprinkle for me.
I
But hey.
agree, but I would say I would rather do Overlook than Shark.
Probably same. But that looks spiky.
Looked spiky, yeah.
Playing on console, you start looking for like, is that the tiniest little bit of extra gray above the chest? I think it was.
I play on emulator and I hate doing that peek. I never even peek it from that far. But I play on internal, like, native resolution for the emulator. That's our
final
third bow. Yeah.
That's 3 sphere 0 bows. Nice.
Wow.
Magic is going to be deep in somewhere, I'm sure.
Top of floating platforms room.
That's just how it goes. When seeds seem too nice, and you're like, oh, baby seed. It's going to be baby seed. Nope. It's going to be like, I don't know, Wizrobe Cave. Even
Shark
that wouldn't
Island
be
is
that
free.
bad.
I never said Shark Island is bad. Shark Island is easy. It's just slow.
It takes forever. Yeah.
Ice Ring has lights. Well, Tanjo, I have bad news for you. Because the two bows that Tuba has are not the bow that Goldquiver has. So it would be hard for Ice Ring to have lights.
I still believe. I believe. Could happen. Four bows.
4 bows, true. You don't
Normal,
believe me?
fire,
I didn't
ice,
consider
light arrow.
that. I didn't consider that direction. My mistake.
Yeah, the fourth progressive bow just upgrades to gun.
They both switched to the CJ model.
Yeah, lead arrows.
Oh,
Light arrows, then lead arrows.
what
I got
happens when you
Popper
try
at
to
the
reflect
Goldquiver.
the lead arrow to Ganon?
Oh, you better be careful. I looked like nothing on the grapple.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I
guess
forgot he
nothing
has
for his
bombs,
boulder
yeah.
either. Yeah,
Dark
that's one of the big
arrows.
things that Goldquiver has. Although I see where Tuba is.
Yeah, he might
And
get
Tuba,
that soon.
Tuba might pick him up soon, and Tuba will actually have the hook shot to pick up the whatever the heck is on Horseshoe.
I do know. I was talking with Tuba about Leafless Horseshoe recently, and he was saying that he
Not a fan.
he finds that the third hole skip he's not super consistent with. He was saying he gets it about 50-50, if I remember right. Which
Ooh, and he has the bait bag,
Yeah.
so this potentially would push him towards Headstone instead.
yeah.
Get whatever's on top of Headstone.
I didn't see if he checked his wallet mail.
I'm not sure.
He did? I'm gonna guess it was nothing then, because I don't see anything else marked. Hammer? Never mind, that's not nothing. That is like the opposite of nothing in a seed with Forsaken Fortress.
Yeah, that's pretty important. Dare I say required. Oh, and the Boko Baba finds its way into the tuba. The seed
Speaking
with
of
tuba
that,
in it.
Between Tuba and Goldquiver, Helmrock's in logic.
True.
All Tuba needs are those bombs.
Okay, let's see what's top of Headstone. Don't know if Tuba made a reset save. I didn't see what that was, but
I didn't see what that was, but he's leaving, so...
he's leaving, so probably a spoil. Probably
Yeah.
a skull necklace. Okay, so no, we're just going
He's
straight. We're going
leaving-
straight back. We're going straight back.
Piece of heart. Oh, okay.
More like
But
piece
that-
of fart. Am I right?
Oh,
What?
well. Is it too late to unsign up?
No way in. No.
Oh no. Got him. I have been got 'ems.
All right. Well, we'll see. What if? Oh God! Imagine magic is on golf. It could
Oh.
actually happen.
Tuba will also be able to get Wizrobe Cave whenever he goes to Poprint,
True.
which Goldquiver couldn't do.
I wonder if Tuba would want to wait at all for elementals. Like for Wizrobe Cave, it's not that important once you have bow.
I mean, unless he has like a low arrow count. What fairy did Gold just do? That was Eastern Fairy.
That was Eastern, yeah.
And now it looks like he's at Southern.
Yeah, Goldquiver's really pushing off the windfall right now.
Tuba doing the strat I was talking about for this, where you throw that nut past it, so if you fail the third skip, you don't have to skip the second vines again.
This is probably... Oh.
That was a weird bounce. Yeah.
Little rim shot.
It's definitely a safety strat, just because... me included, a lot of runners find the third skip not very consistent.
Yeah, it already feels like Tuba's a little iffy on that.
But
I'll be honest, couldn't tell you what he did wrong there. I don't do that version. It might have been standing like a little too close. I don't know.
It looked like the angle was wrong.
Might have been
to me, but the feet were off. That could have been.
He didn't get the actual damage. Some may slightly far to the left, but there's the advantage of dunking in that second nut. Much faster.
Spawn a bunch of crap. If you have lights for Wizrobe, it's easy to get only one spawn through the whole cave, Snacks. Actually, with any bow, it's easy. There we go. Second try, not too bad. And if this is something really good, that's going to be much worse for Goldquiver than Tuba screwing up.
Fingers crossed it's like a tingle statue or something, and Goldquiver just decides that it's not that important to go back for. But when you're staring down the barrel of a spiky chest, I mean...
Headstone was a heart piece? Oh, okay. Good to know. But yeah, Tuba here having this bow.
Oh, is Tuba not done Cyclist? I didn't even think about that.
He did.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did Cyclist right after he got Salvage Core. I'm surprised Tuba wasn't using the bow, because the bow one-shots both the wingless Mothulas.
That might just be slight unfamiliarity. I couldn't have told you that either. Sometimes you're surrounded by enemies and it's spin to win, baby.
I did enough Savage Labyrinth back in the day that I learned some of the quick kills on enemies.
Hey,
bow one-shots a lot of enemies from Forbidden Woods. Oh, that's really good for Tuba.
That could be... Well, I mean... So Grandma's nothing, but Soup is still... Combat Caves, Soup is nice.
Yeah, it could be magic, but it's like... If that's the only other bottle in Logic, then the hinted Shark Cave, Goldquiver might end up in a weird position where his choices are kind of like, do I go to Shark or do I go back to Horseshoe? And the choice is obviously Horseshoe, but it feels bad.
Yeah, at least we know that Hookshot is super obtainable.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to just hook the chest and get it if he goes back. There you go. And finally the windfall play for Goldquiver.
And
he really pushed it off a long time.
And he knows that Horseshoe is a spiky chest. It's not like he's going to be debating at any point.
True.
And they're getting, I believe that's... Oh, that's his wallet mail.
Yeah, it's just a bit... I feel like Goldquiver, like I said, I think went for a very kind of like counter meta opener. Try to kind of, again, play the 1v1 and do things that I'm sure he knew Tuba would not do. Or would be super unlikely to do. And I just don't think it really paid out.
I don't know about counter meta, because I do see people putting off Windfall to hopefully try and find Delivery Bag or Picto. I'm surprised he never went to Cliff, since there's no BPR or Thorned Fairy, and that's where his Delivery Bag is, tragically for him.
That's a good point, yeah.
And,
I assume Goldquiver wants to get the bow. Oh no, peek the That's right. People will often use this
He's
time to
peeking
peek the
transparent
chest.
chest, yeah.
That it looked like not a spiky.
And because he stored the door first, she was that close. If he had gone and turned on the windmill first, she would have been farther away.
She was swimming or no, just going back to the boat. I was meant to time that. If you're at the ghost ship chart chest, is it better to just run back to the boat? Probably really close. If you're gonna swim to Islet, it's definitely good to leave because you can get storage up at the top of the island. But
I feel like I
don't see
remember
people do
someone
that too
timing it
often.
recently and actually found save quitting was just like a better, more consistent play. I think I might be misremembering. I don't expect it to make a huge difference in either direction, but
that's what I would imagine. But I just couldn't tell you one way or the other.
no need to swim the seed with the Islet hint.
Oh, and Tuba's able to pick up ghost ship here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the windfall. This is why I don't like pushing windfall off that much. It's just so much sphere 0. I don't know.
It's
Obviously, you know, a little bit of confirmation bias, but I couldn't see what that was, and
he's
Tuba's
equipping the
gonna
bow,
do it. So
yeah.
World nerd. I did not see that. Did Mila have something?
Oh shit! I didn't look either.
I heard like it could be a good item thing, but that happens for a lot of stuff that's actually not that good.
Ghost ship chart was inside mother and child. That's another one I'm really surprised that he put off windfall this long, but then didn't go to mother and child. And she had a skull necklace apparently.
Oh, I swear it sounded like it didn't sound like a.
Spoils make the same noise, don't they?
I thought, don't they make like a... Oh, no, sorry, I was thinking of the rupee noise. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Spoils make a worse noise in my heart, but not in the game.
Note to mom.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. If he was willing to put off Windfall for that long, I'm surprised he didn't just go to Mother and Child before Windfall. It's not like it saves or loses any time.
Might have meant to and then just didn't think about it.
He is storing it to go maybe to Star?
Oh, probably.
Or maybe he might also just be storing it to go to Helmrock.
Could be. Damn, that would be quite the throwback.
I would predict Star, but it could be Helmrock.
Hopefully not Western, because I was hinted dead.
Oh.
Oh, we got something here on Needle Rock.
Unfortunately, no magic yet, so have to use the good old pair.
We're gonna dupe it for safety. See, that's you got it when the game freezes for a second. Angle's looking like Star.
Yeah. Even though, ooh, he's slowing down.
Speed is low, but
he might. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, thankfully Star is not that far.
I don't know that I've ever swam from Mother and Child to Star, so when I saw him start to slow down, I wasn't sure how how much that would be left. Well, there's our path to Forbidden Woods.
You're right. Yep, bombs to bait bag to grappling hook.
Yep.
At long last.
Maybe bombs lock something else for Forbidden Woods, but we can't count on it anymore.
Yep. And maybe even actually factored into Tuba coming here. I didn't even consider that. Because I'm sure he's paying attention to it. Tuba's pretty good about following path hints.
He is. I also think, there's not a lot of better times to sail to Needle Rock outside of getting Ghost Ship at Diamond Step. You're so close.
True. Oh.
What was that noise?
Charging battery. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't just me.
I don't know whose audio that was on. So stream may or may not have heard it. If you didn't, my bad.
I don't know if that was yeah, I have no idea what that went through. It might be Tuba.
Tuba's charging up.
Tuba's headset. Oh, okay, I see.
Charging battery.
I thought was that me? Am I hacked? What's going on?
Tuba, I need you to play better.
Tuba, charge your battery.
Tuba, why don't you love me like you used to?
Oh,
Anyway.
maybe that's a conversation to have after the race, not during.
Hey, that wasn't me. That was his headset. I don't know what's going on. He needs to figure that out.
I was telling
Hit
his
up the IG.
headset.
Hit up the IG. Anyway. We got some Star finishing up. Dude, Moblin Spears. If there's one thing to like about combat caves, it's Moblin Spears.
True.
Master Sword damage, but like 4 times the distance.
Leaf
And
at
Leaf.
Star.
That's Leaf. So that's actually, that's bottle in logic, at least.
Yeah.
That'd be the bottle that Tuba has is now in logic, even though we don't have magic. So Grandma could have magic, but I assume... Actually, no, Tuba I don't think went to Grandma yet, did he?
No.
Still waiting on that one.
No, he got that bottle after going to Outset.
Yeah, so he's probably waiting, hopefully to get power bracelets or something before going back.
Mm-hmm. Wait, that's another bombs to Helmrock, potentially.
Hmm.
We don't know where power bracelets are, so maybe that one couldn't have been the hint, but...
Oh, I think Goldquiver, I assume this is heading to Northern, actually.
I don't know what compass Goldquiver uses, so...
I also don't. I think the normal one.
Oh, because he's sailing from Star, of course.
Yeah, because he didn't go to Northern after Windfall. He went straight to Mother and Child. So yeah, so I mean, and you know, we were wondering like what the waiting of Mother and Child was, but now we know.
My new favorite Season 6 meme, Lights Before Magic.
Classic.
Tuba in that boat. Sorry for Tanjo on his bet for Lights and Ice Ring. It was a ballsy bet, but...
Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta believe.
That means Goldquiver still hasn't even saved Tingle.
That's true. Not that that will matter for a little bit, but... Piece of heart. Wonderful.
I noticed Tuba hasn't tracked the grappling hook he got on his personal tracker. That's a little weird. I wonder why.
I would never do anything like that, personally.
Not track?
Yeah, that would be the height of unprofessionalism.
This is actually an
as a
intervention
runner.
about you lying. We've all gathered here today.
Well, I guess we'll find out if I mean, to be fair, this isn't anything. So I guess it won't matter if he doesn't realize he doesn't have it, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean, he opened it. He has to like, how could he have missed it, you know?
I probably just didn't bother tracking it. Ooh. Careful with that sword slash, Tuba. That's dangerous. And we're out.
I
And Goldquiver's
thought
back.
his headset was going wild at Greatfish, but whatever.
Because a Goldquiver just opting to do hide and seek, just straight up.
Oh, Tuba got killed by the waves as he... Oh, that's right! Well, but Tuba does not have many arrows, does he?
That is a good question.
He's used a bunch.
You better hope he does, because you need most of them.
If you want to kill...
Okay, 27
he has enough.
is enough.
Yeah,
27
it's
enough.
It's 24 to kill all 4... No, not all 4. All the Wizrobes. There's 6. And they take
miss
4
a
each.
shot. Yeah, I think you can double up some shots, but Tuba's probably worried about missing any, because, yeah, he's right on that count.
As I say, you can, but without fire, it's just so risky.
It's really only worth it on that first guy, because now you want to start juggling them. Yeah, so if you've not seen it, I know, again, Wizrobe Cave, not a super common one that we see too often. But yeah, these Wizrobes just want to spawn stuff, so as long as you can just keep juggling your targeting between them, you can prevent them from spawning. On this third phase, if you're not quite quick enough, just focus on the left and the center one, because the right guy only spawns Morths, which are not that bad.
Yeah, Goldquiver getting his fire ice and the orange ruby.
Here we go, spiky. This could be... Oh, never mind.
We don't
Command
need
melody.
it, but...
Lamau. I mean, again, I'm sure Goldquiver will end up doing that at some point, but
Yeah.
if he leaves it for a while, then... I mean, if he leaves it for long enough, he might not. We'll see.
The other risk is gonna be if magic is like behind command melody, he'll get low to the point of would he be willing to gamble Tot G before Wizrobe Cave?
That's fair.
Because while Tot G's easy to do without command melody, it can make some problems. And there's the lights for not Xenu, for Goldquiver.
Yo, Xenu joined the race. Let's go. Restreamer and racer. Big. Oh yeah, and that's right. We're mid hide and seek, so gonna see the rat dump. I don't know whatever you want to call that.
I don't know that that's the strat I'd go with.
Nah, perfect name. What are you talking about?
Xenu with the steel chair.
Yeah, if you save warp out of the well, if you save warp in the middle of hide and seek, it resets hide and seek.
Yeah.
Which I obviously don't want to do. Oh, there it is. Come on, Tuba, do a little crouch spam dance after this. I want to see some acknowledgement of the Bokobaba seed. I still don't actually know why Tuba likes it. It's just I don't know, that's the meme. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I don't know why
he
likes it either, but I do know every time I get it in my own seeds, the first thing I say is
I always
Tuba.
think about him. Yep, I always think about him every time. There's one in the pool of items. I don't know where it's from. Probably somewhere in Forbidden Woods, but it sure as heck is in there.
Alright, we've seen Eastern Fairy already. I don't remember what it was.
I don't think it was anything.
It was a Tingle statue.
Well,
I'm tracking along, and luckily
I've been wrong before.
So as you were saying that, I went and looked at what I have it marked as.
Look, I'm just putting all my cards on that's extended nothing. It won't lead to anything.
He's picking up his fairy. I'm really curious when he'll go get Grandma.
I guess I'm not sure what exactly his open checks are looking like. If he's starting to think about combat caves, though, that's where you start to think that, like, even just going back to outset just for soup, starts
soup
being a lot more worth it.
Yeah. Especially with 3-heart combat caves, soup is better. Because while enemies in Wind Waker don't do... What was that?
I was just saying, especially because we still have the baby sword.
Yeah, and enemies in Wind Waker don't do a ton of damage, but when you only have 3 hearts, you also can't take a ton of damage, so... That's true, he does have an entire DRC.
Actually, with that in mind, I wonder why he doesn't want to dip it right now.
He might still be looking for Leaf or Magic at
Leaf.
This point.
To be fair, Master Sword can also actually be nice.
Yeah,
it saves a little bit more time in DRC than I think people give it credit for sometimes. But
where was Leaf? Leaf was in the Star Island Combat Cave.
Yes.
Goldquiver now returning to Wizrobe Cave. So
that's not too surprising. So this will be command melody for them.
Goldquiver also entering Wizrobe Cave with 27 arrows.
Exactly 27 arrows, yeah.
Ooh, he missed the double shot though. And not going for it again. Yeah.
Okay, so that I think that was 2 misses. I think 1 extra. I mean, we have hook shot, so the hook shot it could be the backup.
Oh yeah, he just missed more and got a spawn. That's and it's the worst choose.
Yellow choose.
Oh no!
I actually didn't realize that that's what that guy spawns.
One of them is not yellow. That one's green. As they're all
it is
purple.
it didn't freaking die in 1 hit.
Yeah, and it didn't have electricity. I just knew because it went into the ground and didn't have electricity. It had to be green. Oh, are we gonna see a
Cabana?
Yeah, he's getting storage, so I think he's going to...
Interesting. I'll be honest, Season 6, I'm not personally a fan of breaking into Cabana.
I'm not a fan either, but I do think it's a gamble, and a lot of the times when I'm one item away, I'm a lot more tempted to, even though I know that one item is usually what makes or breaks it, but...
The one upside is this is at least an item. I think
Yeah.
especially if the waterfall chest is not spiky. Like, sometimes I'm on the fence about whether or not I want to break into Cabana, and I'll literally decide based on if that's an item or not. Because if you go all the way up there for a brown chest, I'm like, ugh, I don't know how I
He
feel.
doesn't have this, but my on the fence item is usually just Cabana Deed.
That's
So
fair.
I know we've seen races where delivery bag ended up being at a foolish location, but I'm usually not going to bet on that. So if I find Cabana Deed at that point, I'm like, if I'm there, I'll go in.
And delivery bag being in a barren location is not super common. And Goldquiver did clean up the Wizrobe cave. Had to do a little bit of juggling with the hook shot, but hey, that's the adaptation you need. Now out of arrows, though. So actually,
You
I
know
didn't even
what
think about
Tuba
this, but
just
Tuba didn't have
scored?
arrows either. What did he
Tuba
just
just
score?
stored Cabana Deed.
Let's go. That's the classic. That's awesome. Just really
think
double
he
checking
just
just to
noticed
make
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is a especially if something's in here, that is a really annoying location for Cabana Deed.
It's pretty mean. Yeah, that's pretty mean.
He still can't believe it. He still hasn't tracked it.
Hey, at this point, it doesn't really... tracking
Yeah.
it doesn't do you any good.
Oh, no, well, now he's tracked it. Never mind.
Okay, here we go. Goldquiver gonna go back and pick up
Oh.
this chest
Oh.
on golf. A sword.
Master Sword. That is all of Forsaken Fortress now in logic for Tuba.
That might be
And
a play.
Goldquiver returning to Horseshoe, gonna hookshot up to that chest he spawned.
Cabana Armory in full effect. Let's see. I guess we can double check the second one and see if it really is. No, okay, only partially in effect, I guess. But hey, yeah. So that right there. So Goldquiver having the hook shot, at least able to skip doing the golf again, and they'll be happy to know that it's the bottle and that we don't have to do shark. But
Yeah.
oh, can he pick up Ghost Ship here?
He's probably gonna go to...
Is this only second night? It
Yeah.
is. Oh, I was not paying attention to that.
Goldquiver probably won't come to Cabana for a while. That's true, but most likely that's not going to be that important for him. Cabana Deed and one sword is not something, most likely not something he's going to need for a long time.
Although, let's see, where was our grapple? Why
Needle
is
Rock.
Goldquiver missing it? Needle Rock, that's right. Ah, so could
So
potentially
he-
get it right here. Because again, the thing is, and I didn't consider this for Tuba, but this may have also factored in. Tuba was able to replenish his arrow count by going to Cabana,
Yeah.
which
that's
is
true
like
too.
it is one of those things. So again, like if you decided, oh,
Except Goldquiver will probably replenish his arrow count in here.
oh, true.
Oh, he has no
Also,
arrows.
speaking of the
That's
arrows,
tragic.
yikes. You hate to see it. Okay, ground spawn. If you get the good jump slash with some spins in the corner, one more.
Oh!
Okay, that's
Oh,
a
he didn't
lot
get
of
the
damage.
spin,
Though. That's
but
a
yeah.
lot of damage.
Yeah, there it goes.
Nice, second
Pretty
ground
good,
spawn.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty. That was pretty quick. I like to see it. Yeah, I don't remember if any of the skulls have arrows. I'm sure one of them does.
I always just know the
They
pots
may
up
not
by the
be they may
chest.
not be set spawns. Oh yeah, the pots up there definitely do.
One of the skulls on the left has a set spawn of arrows. I don't remember
Does
which
it?
one,
Okay.
but I just know the pots drop arrows and bombs, and so that's...
If it's not in a dungeon, I pretty much don't know set spawns.
Yeah. And the only way that sword will matter a lot for Tuba over Goldquiver is if Phantom Ganon has something that locks other swords. Which isn't impossible, but I wouldn't call it likely. Yeah, Goldquiver picking up his note to Mom.
Oh, Chupa's saving the Phantom.
Gonna do it last. I've seen a lot of different strategies. Do it last, fight him first, but then just leave and save warp out and store his chest.
That's my preferred. Okay,
The
Goldquiver
tingle
is gonna grab the...
statue.
Gonna get the... Oh, something. Probably store this? No, never mind. I'd
The
lie.
tingle statue that Goldquiver is missing is at Cliff Plateau, I believe. And Boomerang, that's really wondering where that magic is.
Hey, remember how bombs could have been passed to FF? Or FW?
Yeah, well,
Could've
so
been-
far it's been
Could have been that
everything.
too. Could have been the boomerang too. I mean, obviously we've already resolved it, but
All
we'll never know.
several bomb checks have now just been.
Yeah. Turns out bombs are
FW.
pretty good. Turns out they're pretty useful. Just weird, because
Man,
it's
this
just like
is-
very much not a thing in real life.
Bombs being useful.
Bombs being
Another
useful.
sword.
In Forsaken Fortress. That's so mean.
Yeah.
I always hate that. I mean, not really. It's just funny.
Vanilla Tingle statue? That is not a vanilla Tingle statue. FF doesn't have a Tingle statue.
Another spiky.
Every chest in this dungeon so far has been spiky. That's
Oh.
a useless item.
It's totally known as a bait item. Where it baits the runner to go pick it up, and it is useless.
FF doesn't have a Tingle statue, Snacks.
Oh.
And yeah, we're seeing our DRC dip now from Goldquiver. So our runners in different dungeons at the same
Little
time.
divergence. It'd be really big for Goldquiver if something like magic is here.
Yeah. Although I imagine that Tuba's gonna end up picking up his leaf right after this dungeon, since we know his leaf's at Star.
Yeah.
And I
Ver-
can't imagine
Fairly
that,
likely.
I can't imagine DRC's that much longer off the table for him, since you know it's a lot of checks in there, and he doesn't have a ton of overworld left without having magic anyway.
Mm. Could still just be anywhere, so.
I still wonder if it's gonna be at Grandma.
I mean, I was saying, right? Again, we got... The leaf was pretty early, technically. And all the bows were Sphere 0. Whenever the seed is that nice, the magic is bad. It always seems to even out in the end.
Oh, that's a good point. Still no pearls.
Ooh.
Where are they? Oh, they're in Forbidden Woods, probably.
You're probably
three.
not wrong.
There's 2 in Forbidden Woods and 1 in Stone Watcher.
Oh, God. I could see that. I think it would probably be best for the integrity of the race if Stonewatcher has something. Because then we get in that weird situation of like if one runner does it and the other one doesn't, that's like a huge potential like free time save kind of situation.
Yeah. Overlook is your guess? Well, Overlook was hinted foolish, so it's a guess that's gonna come back to bite you.
Damn, Claw, you're really drilling into snacks right now. What the heck?
I don't know that was that drilling?
I'm just I'm giving you crap.
I could go harder if you want me to.
Please recharge battery.
Overlook was hinted foolish, and how dare you come in late and don't know all of the hints off the top of your head, like us who've been here the whole time. It's your Tanjo 3 level prediction, and I'm the one going hard. Damn.
That's Tanj out here catching strays.
Didn't even do anything this time.
Alright. Oh, never mind. I was about to say we got double small key, but no, I got baited. Small
Yeah.
and big. Over in DRC. Well, in some ways, that's actually kind of nice. That makes it that little bit more likely that the basement check is a small key that we won't do.
Fix, I don't want that to be my legacy. Required shark? No, unfortunately, our runners did find a bottle at playing golf at Horseshoe, so I very much doubt we'll see Shark Island at all this race.
Dare I say, if either one of them does it, they're throwing.
Yeah,
Sorry, I said it.
don't.
You know?
Trying to find a nicer way to put it, but I think you're just right.
I will be very mad at either one of them if they go to Shark.
I agree.
I will call it BM.
Be a massive flex if they did that and said, well, no, it would be a flex, but I don't know that it's a risk worth taking.
On your rope is
Something.
spiky. Ugh. I almost hate to see that now.
Yeah.
Because anytime it's spiky, I'm already at the door ready to leave.
Oh, there's a pearl finally.
Yo, French vanilla, kind of, maybe? I don't know.
Arguably.
Arguably, you don't really get it in the dungeon, but you get it
you don't
for
really get it
finishing
from
the
a
dungeon.
chest. You don't really ever get it from a chest.
Yeah.
If you find that anywhere on DRI, it's kind of French vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah, when are we randomizing Kamali's item? Come on.
True. Well,
I want to go.
that
I want to go
cutscene's
into his
gone,
room and I
so-
want to see him like holding. I don't know. I want to see him holding the Boko Baba seed.
Triple Pearl, Forbidden Woods is dead. That's true. Rest in peace, Forbidden Woods.
Yeah. So one
It's-
thing when the runners agree to add some extra settings, including something like an extra whole dungeon, definitely some of the areas tend to get a little bit more sparse just by the nature of including more checks.
I mean, speaking of that, we might, we're running out of items to be in Forbidden Woods. We might not see a loaded Forbidden Woods like always.
Yeah.
DRC.
Then again, season 6 has not been the season for Forbidden Woods.
No, I've seen some loaded for the Tanjo versus Pix race had 9 spiky chests in Forbidden Woods.
Okay, so yeah, maybe I just forgot that one. Also, speaking
Yeah.
of spikies, with that double.
Oh no, Goldquiver. Okay, he noticed that bomb didn't go off.
Oh,
I
good catch. I didn't even think about that.
I caught it
That's
because about a month ago I did that twice in a week,
Oh shoot!
and it's been just fresh on my mind ever since.
And then you stopped playing for a month.
Yeah, about a month ago I quit Wind Waker.
Unlucky. Yeah, you're right. Tuba did come straight to Star after Forsaken
Yeah.
Fortress, which
Well,
I mean,
when else are you gonna do
double.
it?
Yeah,
at that
no,
point,
100%. Yep. Oh, Goldquiver rolling into the magic part of that wall that you can't bonk on for some reason.
Too much. It's covered in Vaseline.
Oh
Don't
my.
ask me why. I didn't decide it.
I don't know. I don't know. Want to know what the Bokoblins have been up to in this room.
Well, they had to Vaseline themselves up to squeeze into those pots.
The pots. Yeah, there you go. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's nothing
do they-
weird. It's just
I know. I wasn't implying anything weird. I just said I didn't want to know, and then you told me. That's kind of
it's
rude of you.
nothing weird.
Actually.
They just wanted to squeeze into the pots.
It's kind of rude that you told me after I asked. I didn't want to know. Oof. Kidding. Also, that was what, Moblins?
Moblin's letter. Yeah, more items to not be in Forbidden Woods.
A little bit of paper, a little bit of nothing fun. And actually, Goldquiver still doesn't have the delivery bag. I'm really hoping they didn't
Yeah,
somehow
I'm shocked. he hasn't
accidentally
gone
mark
to-
that Cliff was not a thing.
Yeah,
I assume no. I think that's a
I
key.
can't tell what that is. Yeah. Oh well, key.
All right, so got one more key here on the left side of DRI. So, and we know it won't be the big key. So that looks like a brown. So,
The big key was hinted as nothing. So
oh, was it? Oh,
apparently, according to the hints,
that would probably explain why Goldquiver is safe quitting. That would probably do it. Because then we know across the lava is the small key. So, all right. Now we can see. I want to see what's over by the boss door.
unfortunately, this does mean Tuba, whose headset's making more noises, will not be able to fire on ice. his
Yeah,
way
well,
through.
unless he decides to not do it.
That's true.
But
He could do
you
the
could
dungeon
potentially
first.
wait at least even to just to do the dungeon, and for all we know, one of these is magic. Gotten in the boat.
No, the Picto.
Ooh. Yeah, she was saving it. The greed, I like the greed.
And a
Another
master.
sword.
And that's our last sword.
That's the final sword, yeah. So we're looking for magic, and we're looking for a bunch of shards. Or,
Yeah,
well,
magic.
not
and
that many shards,
4
actually.
shards, I think. It's 4. They've only found 1. Oh no,
It's be 3, yeah. We only need
yeah,
3.
3 because of the 4 DRM. So magic and 3 shards and a shield.
Oh, true.
Yeah, don't want to forget that one. And pearls.
Alright, so never mind. We got like a ton of stuff to find. And power
We're
bracelets.
missing-
Alright, never just ignore whatever. There's tons of stuff.
Whoa,
We're not
do they
even
need power bracelets?
Yeah, you can't beat Jahala without them.
Jalhala?
Oh, never mind. They don't need power bracelets. I'm just making sure they look. I thought the trials were still on. They'd have to do freaking Jahala and the trials. Oh, Tubamann. I kind of forget that you can do that.
I'm
Okay, so
I guess it gets
now
you
we're doing the
closer,
no,
yeah.
never know. He faked me out again. I'm like, oh, now we're doing the cave. No, DRC makes more sense.
What letter is this? Oh, arrow mail, of course.
Mm. Is this with the hookup? Nope.
There's
What does it
2
even
more
give
bottles.
you in vanilla? I don't even know. Money? 50 rupees?
I think a red rupee? I know grandma gives you a red rupee in vanilla.
Yeah, she pays her hospital fees.
Oh, yeah. Power, yeah, for Big Pig, they might need it for Big Pig, but we don't
That's
know
true.
that.
Oh, Stonewatcher too, actually.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Could be for Stonewatcher. Or power bracelets are barren because they're not used for anything.
Yeah.
I think that can happen.
Or they're in Forbidden Woods and nothing. They'll be at go mode by the time they get to Forbidden
Yeah.
Woods.
The rate that this magic is going, yeah. Alright, so we got Picto. Picto is the big pickup. But we know from Tuba, who Lenzo door canceled, that Picto is only going to open up one potential item because both of Lenzo's checks were nothing.
But if that's magic, that'll be...
That'd be nice, yeah.
It
Definitely
still
nice.
also could just be magic on grandma.
Yeah, Tuba really greeting for the those power bracelets or probably magic to do Outset Fairy at the same time, which that's what you do.
Want a magic go mode? It's not impossible, but it is unlikely.
Muggle mode.
Seeing as one full dungeon of ours is fully locked behind magic.
No, true.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
Could be pretty empty.
They're not looking for 3 shards. They're looking for 2 because Tree Branch in Forest Haven was hinted as a shard.
Ah, okay.
So they still need to pick it up, but they're not looking
2
for it.
shards, 2 pearls. A shield.
Individually, they're looking for swords, but we know where all of them are.
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, and we know all of Hyrule's dead.
The whole one.
Yeah.
I guess Ganon's maze, but I haven't seen Ganon's maze have anything in a long time. Also, all I can have is light arrows, or something leading to. All right, you're getting your grandma finally. We're gonna see it. Goldquiver hasn't peaked top of Headstone. I still don't think so.
No, he did.
Never mind. Ignore me. Wait, how is there a joy pendant there? Did Tuba throw like a different pot first?
I don't know.
Why is there a joy pendant in one of those jugs? I don't think I knew that. How have I never grabbed that one?
I don't know how he's hacking. He's hacking to add in random spoils to the game.
What the heck?
It's the biggest advantage. Some other weird places magic can be looking at it. Boating course, cave.
Oh,
Angular
God.
Peak. It could be Angular Peak, and Pix will be eating good today.
That's true. I mean, we have Hookshot now, so You could at least get into the cave.
It's true.
See what's going on. There we go. FF for Goldquiver. So yeah, runners basically just trading spots. And Goldquiver, very intentionally, I'm sure, not picking up Grandma Mail because this is going to turn it to nighttime. So he'll probably get Grandma and Errol at the same time, the family.
It does mean that we still won't know.
For a little bit, at least.
Yeah. It's just putting off that when do we see if Grandma has magic?
Yeah, Beans Pearl. Tuba. Oh. A little worried Goldquiver did that early. He's got this.
Five minutes, we'll know? True, true, true.
Hey, what was this again?
This was
Goldquiver's gonna
Boomerang.
store it. It was Boomerang, that's right.
Very
And
clean
I was
storage.
surprised that we didn't see Tuba do this. Not that it really matters. It's not like the biggest time save. Yeah, so Goldquiver just storing the chest and then using the chest storage hitbox to quickly void, which just puts you right back at the entrance of wherever you entered from, aka the door at the top of the ladder. 'Cause even though Rando speeds up the ladder climbing is still a little slow.
Very true.
I was watching a little bit of Vanilla Wind Waker recently. I forgot how slow the ladder climb is. It's insane.
And pushing and sidling and
So much. Crawling is the big one. Crawling is a lot slower.
oh, I forgot about crawling.
Crawling is way slower.
Goldquiver. The real question for Goldquiver now is going to be when does he go to Cabana to get that last sword?
Hmm.
And if Tatji is empty, that might be very bad for him.
Yeah. Because I'm sure if he's anything like me, again, I wouldn't be thinking about wanting to break in there.
Exactly. And
He also doesn't have delivery bag either, so
that's
still.
true. But the thing is, the longer you put off Cabana, the more you think, well, I haven't found Cabana Deed.
It's true.
Why would I go to Cabana?
Yeah. Clearly, it's not going to be there. But the waterfall chest is still always a concern. So maybe you go, you open that, and then you're like, oh, never mind. All right, I guess I'll do Cabana now.
But I do think it's kind of easy to put off a lot of the time when you haven't found Deed yet, so...
Did Tuba roll the magtail in the previous room? I missed it. I agree. Worst magtail. And it's not even close. Alright, Phantom. Sporting a lovely purple hue. Oh, did it really? Yo, RKO out of nowhere?
It's Tuba from the top rope.
Alright, now we play the game of hopefully Tuba remembers that the big key was hinted nothing. But I'm sure he probably did.
He may have marked it on his tracker already.
Oh, he's out of there.
Yep. There he goes.
We may get simultaneous bosses. Which, as exciting as that sounds, is not that exciting.
It's pretty Resident Sleeper.
Uh,
Helmrock's a little more interesting. Things can go wrong.
That's true. I guess things can go a little weird with Goma, but usually don't.
You can get bullied if...
Oh no, Goldquiver smashed the bomb. I'm sure he probably was hoping to keep the suit buff. This right here is part of the reason why I leave Phantom for last. Or for first. That's why I start with Phantom.
Leave Phantom for first.
is how you should say that. By unloading and reloading this room, and by this room I mean the outside of Forsaken, those mini blend spawns stop. Until at least the you enter one of the spotlights again.
I have someone at my door. I'm gonna be right back.
Spooky. People from the outside world. Okay, we all know that Qual's gonna miss a lot here. We got one bird and we got one bug. Actually, not really sure what Goma is. It's a big ol' insect. This shiny Helmrock. Ayo. It's a 1 in... I don't know, 25,000. I don't remember what default shiny odds are. The two bosses might end up taking about the same amount of time just because of how long the Helmrock climb is. Like, Jesus. I like storage strats, but nothing makes me more jealous of HD than watching somebody item slide up the Helmrock's spiral. It's very fast. Oh, that looks about right, Xenu, yeah. 1 in 8,000. 1 in 8, you know, pretty common. And then if you're like me, you play through like 3 games and never even see one. Alright, let's Goma down and hopefully Helmrock behaves. That looks like it'd be a good spot. Nice. That'd be good for Helmrock as well. Oh, Gen 2 was my jam. Especially as a kid. You do get the guarantee in that one. That's true, yeah.
Okay, I am back. Sorry, are we talking about Pokemon?
Maybe.
I have been playing the Pokemon Infinite Fusion, where you can fuse Pokemon together.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, I just started it a couple days ago. It is unbelievable.
I've seen little clips of that. It does seem pretty neat, honestly.
Some of the monstrosities that they turn into are endlessly entertaining.
That I do believe. All right, and back to the Wind Waker. Now that these bosses are,
You see both bosses
like,
dying at
yeah.
roughly the same time.
It's just so weird. Like, this game is so strange in that like the bosses are probably like the most boring part. It's just like an auto scroller.
I think some of them can be pretty fun. Like,
No,
I think
okay,
Cali
okay.
Demos is really fun to... Helmrock's really fun to learn, but once you've done Helmrock 1,000 times, it gets a little...
Helmrock,
old.
okay, I guess those two bosses in particular, I guess I should say, should specifically clarify. Those are the auto-scroller bosses. Not really much that you can do to make Goma faster. Not really much that you can do to make Helmrock faster.
I don't know, I think of, what's his face? Godin as a pretty auto-scroller boss. You can make him faster,
at least a little bit more going on there. But...
Well, Mira's also a pretty auto-scroller boss.
Oh, Goldquiver with the 1 hour and 6 minute dip to Cliff Flat.
You don't see that very often.
You don't, but it do be that way. To be fair, it's just like I don't know, I suppose you can't really link it in with anything because there's nothing really to link it in with right now because there's nothing over there that's, you know, not hinted, I guess. But, oh, there's a pearl.
Yeah, it's Nehru's on Maggie Delivery.
Which I don't remember where Moblins was. Was that Wind?
That
Shrine?
was... No, that Moblins was Pot Room in DRC.
Oh. I think Moblins was a Wind Shrine in a seed I did recently. Oh god.
Oh, you've got Seed Bleed.
Yep, Seed Bleed. The worst. At least I'm not running.
True.
As a commentator, it only makes me look silly, but as a runner, it's a bit of an oof.
Yeah, the Vaseline Pot Room, exactly.
Yeah. That's right, we went over this. Tuba's angle on the wind was just slightly off because he did the hook shot to the mailbox.
Oh no.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Pretty
I've done
easy
that
to get
so many times.
Yeah, it's so easy to get northeast wind instead. Alright, so that should be delivery bag for Goldquiver.
Yeah, and then the top here is a Tingle statue.
Which is not as important. Yeah, might be slightly kicking himself for not coming here, because I'm sure he probably knows that Tuba was. There's a decent chance that Tuba came here quickly.
Yeah.
Ah, but see now this is the part where Tuba's kicking himself. This is a re-entrance into Lenzo's, and I'm a little worried that Tuba did not talk to Lenzo. Did
He did.
anybody see him talk to? Okay, like did anybody see it? Because I don't remember seeing it.
He did it before going into House of Wealth.
Ah, okay. Ah, he's doing it during Mila. Okay, okay.
I actually think this is a decent. If you have to revisit it like this makes it hurt a little
this
bit
makes
less.
it a lot
because
better. Yep, makes it a lot better.
It's all in Mila's timer anyway, so he's not losing time to do it, technically.
Hey, Tuba, I see you. I see you. Ah, we're gonna see Bomb Island. If not, no, never mind. I think Tuba was here. What am I thinking? Oh,
Power bracelets on Grandma.
that's so annoying.
Yeah.
If you don't check it on outset, and then don't blame Goldquiver for not checking it on outset.
Yeah, his plan made sense. It's just unfortunately the seed said it was the wrong plan.
Also, apparently we got Felipe somewhere. I don't. The Philip coupon.
Oh. I didn't
I
notice.
saw it in Goldquiver's delivery bag.
That might have been Phantom Ganon,
Oh, maybe.
because he just stored that.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. That would make sense.
Yeah, that's a good point. Big Pig could now be magic.
True. You could still get your dream scenario. Which, now that we know power bracelets are on Grandma, Tuba it might be even longer before Tuba goes back there, because I'm sure that's what he's waiting for.
Yeah.
Or at least a big part of what he's waiting for. But
Although
again,
he
once
is
you start,
running out
and once you start thinking about, again, more of those combat caves, you're like, well, Tuba would be nice.
And nothing on Pompey Vera.
Hanjo feasting.
Very true.
Pompey and Vera. Nothing. Could have gambled and been correct. Door cancel all the way, except door cancel also led to nothing this seed, so I don't know. Tanjo, just medium. Distinctly medium.
Considering Lenzo et al., this seed was the losing play.
Yeah. Alright, we got Goldquiver at Cabana.
Opting to go for it early.
To store. Or if it's just, hey, if Cabana Deed is not, okay, we're storing it. Makes sense. May have honestly just been waiting for one or the other, kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Either delivery bag or deed to show up. We got boating course, finally. But, I mean, I'm sure, again, they were probably just hoping to get Mirror Shield before going to Angular, just in case that was necessary. Tuba opting not to use the bow.
He has bow and a boomerang. It was interesting
Boomerang
that he was
also
opting
works.
to use the hook shot.
Yeah, one strat I really like on this island is as soon as you enter, you just shoot them from there with the bow before the mini blends can really get in your way. Boomerang does work, though.
That is not spiky.
And we are not opening it. Time to leave. Time for magic at top of Angular. Sphere 0, baby. Let's go.
God, I'd hate that.
Same. Aw, does Tuba use the weird compass? Come on, no. What is this?
This shouldn't be the weird if he's going to Angular from boating course, that would be north.
Oh, wait. I had it backwards. I thought boating course was to the west.
Yeah,
Never mind,
no.
too, but I respect your compass decisions. And I can't see what top of Angular is. It is a spiky. Was it? No, maybe it wasn't.
I think it was.
I had second thoughts. And that does not look like one.
Well, lucky for you, I never have any thoughts. So Oh, it's not. Damn.
It's wooden.
Wait, so
Bigu Pigu?
I think magic or a pearl has to be Bigu Pigu and or Stonewatcher.
Stonewatcher. Somewhere behind the power bracelets. I think that's all we have left.
Which is more bomb locked. The power
There we go.
bracelets were bomb locked.
Goldquiver checking what we stored, and now we know. The deed. The classic. Yeah, I believe we did. See note
We
to
did
mom
see
mail.
note to mom.
Don't remember what it was, but sure was something. Alright, well, Tuba may have the benefit just because he doesn't really have much else to do. He'll probably check grandma mail right here.
Yeah.
And that'll be nice. Alright, Goldquiver gonna clean up a couple of these checks. Probably also planning on doing a little bit of Picto action. Would be my guess.
I'd be surprised if he's coming here and doesn't grab his Picto checks.
Actually, I don't remember if Goldquiver did Mila either.
He did.
Did he? Okay.
I'm 90% certain.
No, no, he totally did. He did. I remember him farming rupees during it.
God, imagine if it was if Horseshoe just had nothing. Because they're sharks in logic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, wait. That is
And
so
their
true.
shark is bomb locked. So really, bombs led to every single item for Forbidden Woods. We're gonna see the animal abuse pig strat here from Tuba.
Actually.
Or no, he's gonna side hop.
We're gonna see boomer strats.
Oh nope, we're gonna see. What are we gonna see, Tuba? What's going on? Oh, he just threw it by accident. I see.
Hot mashing in 4K. Actually, 2K. Actually, 200.
He's
this
now.
game's not a very high resolution.
I can now tell that Tuba's really scared of throwing the pig again.
Yeah. You really don't want to fall off the screwdriver. Oh, 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 oh. There it is. Goldquiver.
Stonewatcher.
Oh, man. Well, in some ways, perhaps that's a blessing. Oh, is Tuba gonna swim there? Actually, probably a good play.
Yeah. I've never done that swim, so the ankle might be a little awkward. You have to get past shark.
A big pig is one of those checks where you're so far from your boat that you just save warp back to it. So often what makes swims worth it when I've timed them is basically based on whether or not your boat is close to you. Because sailing is so fast. For some reason people saying money just made me think about Mr. Krabs in the SpongeBob movie.
Money, 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 money.
What inspired you to open a Krusty Krab location next to the original? Money.
Money. That was a good swim from Tuba, though.
That was clean. All right, we're in there.
Seeing as that's a swim, I imagine people don't normally do.
Oh, did Tuba ever? I think Tuba is still actually greeting, the DRI cave. I still don't think he's done it.
I think you're right.
We're doing Stonewatcher before. I mean, you know, for all you know, you have to do Stonewatcher, so it's not quite technically a last location for him. And unfortunately, so there are little time saves that you could do. So you can't just cheese the whole combat cave with fire and ice, but there is this cutscene right here that plays after every room. And if you have fire arrows, you can actually light those torches ahead of time, and it removes that cutscene. And then if you have bombs that you can put above your head when you enter the room, it removes that little cutscene of Link turning around. Lots of like little funny, weird optimizations that you can do. God, Master Sword is so much damage. Those moblins were not ready.
I do think the big question mark here for Tuba is, Say that this is Furor's Pearl. Do you go to Tot G or do you check that mail first? Actually, there's a mailbox on this island. You absolutely check that mail. Never mind.
He's solved.
I forgot there was a mailbox here.
I kind of forgot to. So
if there wasn't a mailbox here, I think that would actually be kind of a tough call because then there's no good mailboxes. But if that's magic, you want that for Tot G.
Maybe what you do is because you're gonna save warp out of this, so maybe you just warp Forest Haven C. If it's nothing, you just reset.
Well, I mean,
wait, no. Why would you reset?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I don't know.
Ignore me. I don't know what I'm. You just freaking. I don't know.
You know, I will say people did call it though. We got those 3 Sphere Zero bows, and now we're an hour 20 in almost with no magic.
Told you.
Yeah, we do have a spiky at Greatfish. That's true, but that could be a shard, that could be a bottle, that could be Maggie's letter, it could be another wallet, or a tingle statue.
Whenever seeds look nice, they hardly ever are. Ooh,
I will say
we might see a high five at Greatfish or Greatfish Stonewatcher. I think Goldquiver is heading there from Greatfish.
All right, what is this magic? Is this our
Come on, Pearl? Let's go, Pearl. Damn it!
Oh, it's the magic.
Boo, magic, boo.
Now Greatfish could be that Pearl too.
But importantly, behind Bottle. It was true. It was behind Grandma. After all.
Yeah, I think everything had to be.
Yeah, probably. Grandma, very important. Shark would have been important if not for golf.
Yeah, what I'm more amazed is that we had Bomb's Path to Forbidden Woods, and then every item for Forbidden Woods was bomb locked.
And here we go. Tuba immediately coming to the DRI cave. So now you'll get to see what I was talking about. Now you'll see that I'm not crazy. Tuba's greed paying off big. Not that this is the longest combat cave, but this will be a nice little time save.
I don't know, this proves you're not crazy, it's just something... It's just a strat.
Evidence.zip.
It's a strat that you know about, which you have a lot of strats in your head.
So now Tuba will go through this door, and the game basically looks and it's like, oh, well, all the torches are lit. Therefore, you must have done all 4 of the doors. So, I guess you're done. And it's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which very unfortunate for Goldquiver, because if that had been magic, that would have been
that would have been a wild advantage for Goldquiver this whole time.
Yeah, because Goldquiver did it so long ago. At this point, and Tuba understandably left it very late. Trying to greed it out as much as possible. I mean, because basically you only get really punished if it's exactly magic or something that leads to magic, and because he had enough other stuff to do, like, it makes sense. Also, that was weird. Goldquiver's like bomb came out, but then like it dropped.
It just didn't feel like showing up that day.
He was trying to do the thing I was talking about. Where you save a little bit of time every door. But, you know, I appreciate. Tuba, shame on you.
I just realized pup time is showing up every time someone types in the foolish hints because of Bird's Peak Rock.
Yeah, let's go Bird's Peak. Let's go pup time.
Oh, and there is Maggie's letter. Maybe
Magie.
bait. Magie's letter.
Magie. It's also one of those like, oh god, another trip to Windfall, please. I don't remember what the small island was at this point.
At Forest Haven?
Yeah, I don't remember if we saw that was spiky. I feel like it might have been, but...
I think it was wooden, but I don't really remember.
Well, regardless, I think it's dungeon time.
True.
We'll worry about that stuff later. It's Forbidden Woods time, baby.
Magic was Stonewatcher Cave.
Yep, which I think Goldquiver just grabbed.
Yep.
So Lyric, if you had been here 30 seconds earlier, unlucky. All good though. Nice to see you. Goldquiver heading straight to Forbidden Wood? No, this is probably great fish, right? Because we know this is spiky. Gonna want to pick it up right away. Yep. Yep. And that was a lot of magic Tuba just got. What the heck was those? What was that? Grass drop luck.
He's just too good, I guess.
Alright, maybe he is cheating. Maybe you're right. Maybe that joy pendant that came out of that pot. Well, there's just supposed to be water in there. Obviously,
Actually,
which one he grabbed.
another-
I literally did not know that one of those had a joy pendant in it. It's so
Well,
wild.
it just had a bokoblin in it, actually, so he threw it into the lava and the bokoblin died.
Just melted.
Obviously, since we've established bokoblins like to squeeze themselves into pots. I don't know why I just said bokoblikins.
The new enemy. We got Horriblins, we got Bokoblikins, Mini-Blins now. How many games have Mini-Blins been in?
I think maybe just this one?
Hmm.
I don't know if they were on the Wind Waker sequels on DS.
Yeah, I don't know. First I was like, Wind Waker sequels? I didn't know Wind Waker 2 came out. But yeah, I guess, what, Spirit Tracks and frickin'
Phantom Hourglass.
Phantom Hourglass are technically like the same.
I did see someone point out that at the end of this game, the King of Hyrule tells Link and Zelda, like, you know, Hyrule's a dead place. Go find your own land to call your own, and they immediately go find a new land and name it New Hyrule.
Big. Very creative. Looking at you, New England. What the heck? All I remember about Phantom Hourglass is that there was this one puzzle where there's like something on the top screen, and it's like, man, if only we could get this on this thing that's on the bottom screen, and you have to close your DS.
So the thing
Isn't
about the
that
foolish
crazy?
hints in Wind Waker, you can get whole dungeons hinted foolish in these settings. It's just unlikely because dungeons are the most check-dense locations, really, in the game, so they're just more likely to have something. And
Although if there was ever
of,
a scene that was going to happen on the 4-dungeon race mode, might have been it, but
yeah.
unlucky it didn't happen.
But then also, there are some items that can block Baron hints. Like, for example, any extra bottles now block foolish hints for that dungeon, and you know, or just like a single shard, which they're still looking for a few, and stuff like that stops the dungeon from being hinted Baron. Compared to, like, they got Fire Mountain hinted Baron and Overlook hinted Baron. Both of those islands only have a single check in these settings, so
Yeah, that's definitely the more common thing to get hinted, is just locations that have single one-off checks.
yeah. You are, if a dungeon or a location with more checks is barren, it is more likely to be hinted, but not guaranteed.
So that can sometimes factor in, but
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta be
I've
careful
definitely
putting too much store into that sometimes.
I've definitely had seeds where Wind Temple was not hinted barren, so I went to it earlier than I normally would have, and it had literally nothing in it, and I felt like the weights on the hints were a lie.
Or we send DM to Tanjo3. What are these hints?
How could you do this
How
to
could
me?
you do this?
I'll never financially recover from this.
Alright, nothing in the mini boss. We are out of here.
It looks like Tuba stored Furor's Pearl.
Oh. Yeah, we definitely do have it now. No, wait.
Can you have a
That's right,
progressive
never mind.
/ needed item in a barren or foolish place? No. Barren or
Yeah.
foolish means it does not have a progressive or needed item.
But you could have an item like, you know, let's say Note to Mom, which normally leads to a check that's in logic, but it just, if it doesn't actually lead to an important item, it'll be considered a barren item for that seed.
Yeah.
The hints are smart enough to look ahead into the logic to recognize when an item is not required. I think it's basically, you can think of it, I think this is actually how it does it, where if you removed that item, could you still beat Ganon? Yes or no?
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's actually how it determines.
So bottles, the interesting case here, so the randomizer, the way the hints work, they won't know what order you might get the bottles. So if a bottle is needed, none of the bottles can be considered foolish.
Yeah.
Because it won't know which bottle, like it'll only guarantee one bottle in logic.
That
is
was a weird camera
tragic
thing
from
that just
Goldquiver.
happened. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. I think it was just
Yeah.
maybe try to jump slash up, turn around quickly, and that just one happened slightly before the other. All right, well we can just take. It's gonna be 30 seconds to drown, and this will reset us back up. But it's just so annoying when that happens. All right, what's down here? Well, there's our shield.
Hey, finally a shield.
No shield go mode either. For anyone hoping. It's probably going to be a bit of a bog standard shard go mode.
Yeah, it
think at
looks
this
like
point-
we are just missing.
Because now we've got our pearls, we've got our shield, we've got our power bracelets. So
We have, yeah, we know there's a shard at top of Tree Branch at Forest Haven, and then 2, we have no idea where they are, but those are the only items we're really looking for anymore at this point.
this Shard of God's looking pretty empty.
Or it just has 2 shards.
It's still
opted
pretty
for the
empty.
Leaf pump strat.
I hate that strat so much.
I do too, but he got it, no problems.
It's one of those mad because bad, so I'll admit it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
own up
fair.
to it. I don't like it because I fail it a lot, but
Oh, looks like there's a spiky chest here at the big key
Spiky or
chest
just
in
a
Forbidden
key?
Woods. Oh,
nah, just a key.
never mind.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
vanilla.
Not actually guaranteed. That could be the small key.
I
But it
didn't
wasn't
see
this
if
time.
he saw the small key somewhere else.
He might have. This is true.
I wasn't sure.
I wasn't paying enough attention, I'll be honest. We were talking
The
about
key was spiky.
other
Oh, no.
stuff.
He also still hasn't gone to a Morth Pit or anything, I don't think.
No, you did that before the
Oh,
lower.
he did? There
Yeah, you
might
did
have been
pretty standard clear. It may have been in the Vine Maze though.
Yeah, I was
Those ones are
Goldquiver
harder
when-
for us to see on the commentator page.
Yeah.
Also, like I said, I think it's console as well. It's a
That
little
just
bit
the
blurry.
bottle and camera with that problem? In these settings, yes. I think just the bottle and camera have that problem.
Yep, it must have been in the Vine Maze, I think.
Bombs are, I think. There's only one item in Wind Waker that actually gives you bombs. And that is the bombs. It's
It's
not like
bombs,
Uter
yeah.
where it's not like Uter where you can find any bomb bag and that gives you bombs.
Ours are strictly upgrades.
Yeah, and there are
Which is
no
tough.
settings in the randomizer that turns the bomb bags into logical like progression items.
That actually would be kind of interesting. Or like if we made bombs progressive somehow, like if you wanted to make it like a friendlier settings, more likely to get bombs early. It puts 2 other bombs in logic.
There are expansions in Wind Waker, but getting those would not give you bombs in this game. It would just mean when you find bombs, you can already carry more.
Like my expansions, I'm like, wait, Wind Waker DLC?
That's Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks.
Like apparently, yeah,
Oh
apparently.
no.
You know, that's a model you don't see too often. If someone actually has the DS link. Someone added that as a.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
remember
I
who.
haven't
Someone
seen that.
someone added that as a model that can be used in the randomizer.
I haven't seen that one in a long time now.
The arrows on that one are pretty OP because the tip of the arrow is right in the middle of the screen, so it's right where you need to aim. It's actually almost cheating.
So yeah, we don't have progressive bombs, but we do have progressive bows.
That's true, which is I think actually different from a lot of other ones.
Yeah, a lot of other ones you find arrows without having a bow. And there's Goldquiver getting his shield. Tuba's now gonna go pick up this hinted shard. I'm a little surprised neither runner did this before entering the dungeon. With backwards Forest Haven.
I guess it doesn't. It's not as good. I think part of what makes backwards decent is because you can peek this item, and if you don't need to get it, you save a lot of time. But if you know it's something, it's not quite as good. I don't know. I'd have to time it though.
Yeah, I feel like climbing up the bulbs is slow. and that feeling overcomes all of my instincts.
Goldquiver chopped down the flower and then going for the bomb clip. So we got the backup ready to go just in case. Locked and loaded.
Arrow capacity isn't what I meant by progressive, by the way. Those are their own items, the quivers. Ooh, Goldquiver just barely having enough enough magic.
Just enough logic. Oh. Trying to pull bomb into the door open. I think the timing must have just been slightly off.
Don't run out of logic.
I thought you were saying earlier you don't think. So is that... That's not running out of logic, I don't know.
And
what is?
Tuba opting not to check.
Okay, so I have oh, ice ring. Oh, that's a good point. Was ice ring hinted? I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. But going straight to Tower of the Gods.
This is more stuff in here.
It's true. He's just chasing. He's only looking for 2 shards, and he knows it.
2 or 1?
He's only looking for... Is it just 1?
I think so.
You're right, it is just 1. I missed...
This is where it's always tough. Where it's like,
I missed 1 at some point, I guess. Oh well.
And this might be what we were talking about, where Tower of the Gods was not hinted barren. So... and if a dungeon is... If any location that has lots of checks is actually empty, it has a much higher % chance to be hinted as such. But again, not guaranteed, but Tuba might be just banking on that and hoping it means that there's something here. However, that could just be, hey, Mirror Shield is here. And that's it.
Yeah, they are weighted by the square root of the total number of checks. That's if there's something
too much
like...
logic for me. Just kidding.
And like, yeah, a bottle would completely block this dungeon from being hinted barren.
Yeah, true. Bottles as well. Yep. So there's a couple things. We still haven't found Deluxe Picto either.
I think
and that could lead, and that could,
But Picto and the Tingle statue would only block this place from being barren if they actually led to something. Since all the other Picto checks had nothing.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
So if one of those is blocking this dungeon from being barren, then they have to lead to the shard.
Yeah, because where did we pick up the Picto?
Dragon Roost Cavern.
Was that in DRC? Yeah.
Yeah, it was right outside Goma.
Yeah, so we would have no information about that being barren or otherwise, obviously.
Yeah. A shield would block barren too. That's a good point. Shield would definitely block barren.
Even though we know Mirror Shield won't actually lead to anything.
Yeah.
But shields are different because you actually need at least 1.
Yeah, you need 1, and like I said earlier, for the hints, it won't know which order you get items, so it can't... If you need at least 1 of them, it won't be able to tell you the other one is foolish.
But that's enough of that nerd stuff. Got Tuba in the BMOS room.
Will the rats troll him today?
I hate that so much. Honestly, I find that if you keep the camera kind of like looking in this direction, I think you're a little bit less likely. They seem like they often want to kind of spawn behind you when you can't see them.
That's true.
So sometimes if you're like, part of the reason why I don't like doing side hops through that room, I know some runners prefer it. In theory, it might be technically faster if done optimally, but I find the rats troll way more often.
Lyric, you might be thinking of the mini blend settings because we started with a shield.
Ooh. Yeah, that would change things.
What's the worst possible place? Well, I get so both runners going to G. Never mind.
I mean, it would be bad for Tuba if the shard is Ice Ring or something. Yeah.
And I think Goldquiver is deciding to go back for Ice Ring. No, he's getting mail.
Might have forgotten to grab the mail, and then it was just like,
he warped.
If I reset, I'll be there, even if it was just like get out the boat.
I was gonna say he was like right outside of Tower of the Gods, and then soft reset back to Forest Haven.
Yeah, wants to make sure we pick this up. It's not anything.
Fairy is the comedy option. That's true.
Oh yeah, neither one of them went back to that either. I mean, again, it's very likely that it's in Tower of the Gods. In fact, I would,
Yeah, it's
some people are very much in the band of full clear overworld, because what if the one check? But I definitely.
But it could also be we got a Maggie's letter. I don't think we've resolved. I don't think we've resolved Creeb.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, at least
Manenko.
For the sake of the fairness of the race, both runners are in here. So unless Goldquiver does only first floor and then pieces out, for now, they'll probably they'll both full clear this dungeon, or if the shard is in here, they'll both clear to the shard and then go mode the rest, and so it'll be pretty even then in that regard. Nobody gonna get an advantage by just going to their correct location first.
Can't be Ganon's Tower. No, so Hyrule and Ganon's Tower are locked by having all 8 shards. So you gotta get them to get in.
Yeah, so the only items that ever tend to be there are bows and swords.
Yeah.
A couple other runs occasionally, but usually not.
Well, and usually those are just locking a bow or a sword.
Yeah, and those, it's true. Those generally only ever lead to those items. All right, Goldquiver, what you gonna do? Continue?
Oh, some food for the middle of the dungeon.
Little snack. They're like, yeah. I see, Link. I see you've been going for a while now. This is the command melody tablet talking.
Yeah,
you've been going. You look rather hungry.
Joey Pear's basically a shard. Just shove it in there.
Now that would be funny. It's basically the right color.
Surprised
Tuba low on magic. Did he grab the Oh, he's doing freaking mini boss first. Tuba, why? Never mind. Not doing mini boss first.
He wanted to.
Well, he still wants to.
Oh,
there's
there's
a clip on this door frame that you can do. Getting on the door frame itself is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Because there's a ledge immediately above it, and the door frame ledge is not that wide.
I'm shocked he is committing this hard to this. How does this save time? At this point, it doesn't.
At this point, it doesn't, but...
How many overworld checks does Gold have? I think Gold and Tuba have the same overworld left, don't they? So, just a few checks on Windfall and Outset Fairy.
Yeah, sounds about right. I think they are pretty even. So I would give Tuba a slight advantage, as we can see that he is clearly farther ahead, although he might be out of magic. Just barely. It's the last dregs.
All right.
Unfortunately, now Tuba will now have to grapple back over to the mini boss to get there.
He could soup.
He could soup. That's true. Actually, soup might not even be a bad play because then he can have light arrows for the. Well, no, there's magic outside the boss door, or mini boss, whatever. You know.
Clean command melody skip.
You know what I mean. Yeah, I think if you're gonna do mini boss first, I feel like storing first Armos is probably the way to go. But then if you don't actually need the first Armos Knights, then I'm not sure how good that actually becomes. I've not timed it, I can't officially say, but unfortunately what Tuba definitely did not save time.
Yeah.
But hey, we were trying stuff, alright? I can respect. At least to some extent.
Shout out to Tanja's over-engineered second command melody skip.
True. I
don't think
that's what Tuba opted for, but
it's a lot of steps. But Tuba did Crypt Mohop.
Yeah.
Oh, another key on the mini boss.
Is it big key? Nope. But we do need that, so.
Yeah, because I think
hop across is confirmed to be a small key, which you like to see.
I don't remember all the steps for Tanjo's second command melody skip. I just know it's consistent.
It's like you grab the ledge and then like you do a couple. I don't know if you go all the way over to one side and you like do a couple dry
Sounds
rolls and that's the whole
Bonk
thing.
at one point.
Did you really?
Yeah, you
There's
intentionally
a bonk involved?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Shout out to Tanjo. I always like to say that
Oh, no!
sometimes
Oh no!
that's super annoying.
He dropped the statue as he went through the door. It's been so long since I've seen that.
Does he have chest storage?
Don't
Or is it just
know.
normal collision?
I
It can happen with normal
honestly
collision, but
couldn't
it's
tell.
way,
Yeah.
way less common.
People
Does he have chest storage?
Chat is saying he does have chest
Okay,
storage.
with chest storage, it happens a lot more. It's more likely to happen.
Yeah, because you walk further into the door and the
Yeah.
statue drops out of your hands because of
Okay.
that.
And that definitely is the fear, I guess we'll say. Whoa, that jump.
That was
Right.
close.
Take it slow. We're
Yeah.
good. Well,
It's just, I wouldn't say it's hard.
Goldquiver says, "Hey Tuba, I got you, fam. I saw you going for the early mini boss. I got you. For even."
I wouldn't say it's a consistent hard strat. I'd say it's a consistent slow strat. It's all of the strats for skipping command melody skip are pretty easy executionally, I'd say. It's just doing them quickly. You're more likely to make mistakes at certain points.
Sometimes it just kind of feels like they don't work. Wow, there's just
the big key.
There is just jack all here, huh?
Well,
there's
big key
one more
chest
chance
might
for
be
this
the
for there
shot.
to be anything here. Yeah,
Or big key chest might be the Picto Box.
that would be also funny.
Every strat
Tuba
says you
getting
just-
trolled by the keys, perfectly demonstrating. Thank you, Tuba. Thank you, my lovely assistant, for demonstrating. This is why we kill the keys in this room.
Yeah.
At least this is why I killed the keys in this room. You might
We're
think
not
I'm
memeing
crazy,
it.
but that's what I do.
We just call it over-engineered because it's more steps than a lot of those command melody skips, but it works like 100% of the time. Like there's very little room for error if you do all the steps. Can Tachi not be buried? No, boss shards are not included on whether a dungeon is hinted foolish or not.
Yeah, just because otherwise,
Otherwise, it would be
otherwise they
impossible to
never could be. Yeah. I did also wonder the same thing.
I did too when hints were first being developed.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't work like that, right? Okay, no, okay, good.
It would make them a lot worse.
Yeah.
Boss key tingle statue, ankle picto, shard manenko. That is a hell idea.
Is Tuba gonna get trolled by this Keese again? Imagine he gets bopped out of the air. I hope not, but that again would be one of those instances where I'm like, look, okay, we're good. I don't like leaving those Keese alive. Freaking Zubats. You know, nobody likes Zubats, nobody likes Keese.
I think Brock likes Zubats. He has one. You call him Brock Nobody?
Like, all I'm saying is Brock is the Rock gym leader, though, for a reason, so you can't like him that much. He's like, yeah, Zubat's okay, but like really in the end, it's all about the dude for me. Geo dude. Brock, all about the dudes.
That feels out of character for him.
He's overcompensating. He goes after all the ladies because he just hasn't come to terms.
One of 20 Officer Jennies.
Super gonna soup up for some magic. So you do not want to have to move the Armos in this room. And we have a spiky, so something is
spiky.
here.
If
Tuba
this is the shard, that is so frustrating.
Yeah, because we won't know. Yeah, so Tuba has to, well, he doesn't have to store this, but
Well,
he kind of wants to, because we do not pick up the big key. We know where it is. It's in the floating platforms room. But we don't want to get it. So, we're going to see the somewhat uncommon big key skip for Tower of the Gods.
You say that, I feel like I end up skipping the big key in this dungeon more than a lot of others. Other than, like, Earth Temple.
Like Earth Temple basically doesn't count for that.
Well, yeah, because normally you skip... It's rarer to use Earth Temple's big key than to...
Alright, now just be careful
Oh,
because there
he's
is
so
this, you
far
can
to the
you
left.
can void on the upper edge of that door frame, but
Yeah, I was really
Good.
spooked when he started that.
I think the only real
wind's
fear is the
bad.
top.
Okay. I just noticed that right at the end.
Goldquiver's getting trolled like he is too. Bruh. Actually,
Flying
I
enemies
don't
in this game.
hate this audible for Goldquiver because this could just be like seeing if one of the I guess you wouldn't know if it's the big key or not because it could be vanilla.
Yeah.
Anyways, now he knows that he can't like assume that this other key is nothing. Or this other chest is nothing. I've joked about it before, but I'm actually also partly serious that this is like one of the hardest strats in this dungeon, at least for me personally, is opening up the freaking
Second Armos?
a wall. Yeah.
I just
can't
can't
do
bomb
it.
flashes.
I'm just apparently bad at timing things. No, this boss is a little bit more involved. I think. I feel
This
like.
boss just sucks. I hate it. This is the worst hand-eye boss I've seen in Nintendo. I'm a Godin hater.
I'm back to hating on Mulgara. Mulgara's back to being the worst boss in my opinion.
I just...
That's
I'll
how I
go
felt at
on
the end of my
stream.
casual playthrough, and that's how I feel again.
I'll go on strings of, like, the hands constantly respawning for no reason. And nothing will make you hate this boss more than that.
That's fair. Yeah, Mulgara's music is a bit better than the Godin, but
Tuba trying to meme the last eye hit with the hook shot.
did that work? I didn't even know that worked.
It does damage it, but it does... There we
Wow.
go.
I didn't know that worked. I don't know if that was worth just not getting snot arrows, but unless Tuba just wanted to flex.
Well, he did get snot arrows, that's the thing.
Ah, okay, so maybe he wanted to save the snot arrows?
Maybe?
Or maybe he really did
Everywhere
just
you
want to
need
show off.
arrows, everywhere you need arrows in Hyrule, you get arrows right next to.
Fair.
Oh, it was Mirror Shield.
He stored
It was!
the Baron Blocker Shield. Well, there you go.
No, that means...
There you go, folks.
All right. The most painful spot, really for either runner at this point, is Ice Ring. Because they finished Forbidden Woods and were right next to it. You did say it, Blanc. I just didn't notice it on his back.
I never noticed frickin' Mirror Shield.
Please
That's like
outset fairy.
the
That's true.
classic you do. The outset fairy would be pretty spice.
Yeah, I think Ice Ring is really painful for the runners though, since they were right next to it when they finished Forbidden Woods. And it looks like, yeah, that warp to Southern
It's
Fairy
gonna be one of
Island.
those things too, where like I'm sure they're both gonna be thinking, "Oh God, I'm sure the other one did Ice Ring,"
Yeah.
but they didn't. Like I said, keeping the race integrity.
Well, and now, you know,
Neither one of them got to go mode this dungeon.
2 has been a little ahead of Goldquiver for a while now, but now that it's just a casino for a shard, as soon as Goldquiver finishes this dungeon, if Goldquiver picks right and Tuba still hasn't picked right for the shard,
If it's outside fairy and gold,
It is
and
an
gold does it
incredibly
first and
close
tube does it
race,
last,
yeah.
then
exactly.
who's to say? Not quite getting this hook shot. Ooh, just not getting it off fast enough. There we go. Okay. And not making the mistake of instant opening that chest. It's always tempting when you hook shot a chest right in the front. Just
Instant open it, yeah.
Just press that big green button right on the front of their controller. It's right there. Also, did Tuba get wrecked by the boat?
Yeah.
That's tough. Look at that boat, dude. Why are you even hanging around outside Ice Ring?
It's Phantom
Like,
Ganon's dead.
For all intents, like you should just not expect anybody to go here. The fact that somebody even does is crazy. I mean, I
Ganon's
guess
a
maybe
paranoid man.
Ganon's got the
Oh,
freaking
no.
reeds, but you know, still. There it is.
And
That's a
there it
nice
is.
ring.
If they'd just gone there right after Forbidden Woods, they could have go-moded that entire dungeon of Taji.
That's tough. But yeah, I mean, again, that probably goes down to, hey, it wasn't hinted barren. There's a decent chance that probably means that something is here. And that was true. Something was there.
Yeah,
But it was a
that
shield.
risk of the Baron blocker shield.
Yeah. Well, perfect. So now people get to understand what we were saying.
Did Goldquiver do Big Pig? Did
I'm
he?
not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Might not have, actually. Might have been planning to do it because didn't have power bracelets because those were obviously on Grandma, and then got Grandma mail after. So, and may have just been thinking like, I'll just do, be able to come back and hopefully do Big Pig and Outset Fairy and stuff. Rock. Okay, good.
Pretty low on arrows. He's also probably going to have to get some snot arrows in his fight.
True. Fairly common, though.
Yeah.
Tuba's gonna have a little bit. Well, I say a little bit. Tuba's definitely the favorite to win at this point.
Yeah.
He has quite the lead on Goldquiver. He's got to finish off Godon and then may or may not head to Ice Ring afterwards.
Leaving Godon, it will be a casino for Goldquiver looking for his last shards, so...
Who might even think, like, well, hopefully it's not Ice Ring, because Tuba probably would have gone there first. So maybe I'll do something different. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's one of those weird things.
I do wonder now, though, was the other Picto box at a foolish location?
It's possible.
Yeah, since there was absolutely nothing locked behind Picto, it could have been considered a foolish item.
Someone wants to go ahead and go full clear of the seed and let us know. Thanks.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
But after the race, of course. Still gonna wonder. Still wondering about Tuba's decision to hookshot Kotan.
Maybe he did just want to save those arrows. Who knows?
It might have been. Or you might be right. It might have been gone for the flex. I feel like Tuba's not usually the showboaty type. Not that I'd necessarily count that as showboating. That's true. He did dance for the Boko Baba seed. That's true. And maybe, I mean, again,
Zelda...
I didn't know you could do it. I don't know if that's a thing that people know.
He did make Twitch Plays Wind Waker take a picture of Pot Girl's feet.
I mean, of course, right?
He's a memer.
That's just the natural thing to do. Obviously.
We have different definitions of natural.
Your name is Stupel. Come on, Koala, get it right. Put some respect on the grippers, alright? Alright, Goldquiver, where are we going? Where are we going?
Yeah, that'll be a big thing. When does Goldquiver go to Ice Ring? This is a hard lead for Tuba to lose at this point, but the longer we put off Ice Ring, the more cemented that gets. That looked like a hook shot?
That could be a bunch of stuff, but it's looking like Ice Ring.
It's looking like Ice Ring, yeah.
Alright. So that won't be too bad then.
Oh, no. He has the islands south of Ice Ring. South of Forest Haven.
True.
And Tuba heading into Puppet Ganon. That was his first shot, I think. Pretty good.
It seems like we're very intentionally not going to Ice Ring.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to see. So Goldquiver has tracker on his screen. Does that
Yeah,
look
but
like
it's a little
0 out of 0
small.
there? Am I crazy?
On Ice Ring?
Those look like they've been marked off as... Can't tell. I might be reading into it too much. Anyways, we are
They're
at
not marked
Angular.
off. They're not marked off for
This
him.
might be Goldquiver being like, alright, come on. I haven't come here. I've been waiting for Mirror Shield this whole gosh dang time. Tell me it's gonna pay out, right? Surely.
And
Surely
unfortunately,
Tower of the
no.
Gods not for nothing, right? But Tower of the Gods for nothing.
Tuba trying to get those Keese friends of his to give him some magic, and
Dang,
they did
none
not
of
play
them,
nice.
dude. Oh my god.
Unlucky.
That's so rude. That's on PG1 as well, so that's where he spawns 5 of them. You got an extra 2 rolls.
So Racer Sure Hunt Linkus. That was an uncharacteristic PG for Tuba, I'll say that.
No. And 9 PGs. Don't happen too often. You can hit 9 out of 9, it can be not that fast. So
That's true.
sometimes it depends.
It's actually pretty easy to hit 9 out of 9 on PG if you go slow, but
Really slow. I forgot that Goldquiver did not do boating.
yeah. The hard is getting 9 out of 9 going quickly.
I going for the single crit, probably hopefully to get a little extra magic. I don't think he shot the second shot even, so... God, is that... is that 8 keys in a row? No magic drops?
You know,
somewhere
sometimes-
out there, there's a speedrunner who's getting all the magic drops and is
Tuba
very
got
happy.
all his magic drops entering Forbidden Woods.
That's true, you're so right. He spent it all on the grass outside Forbidden Woods, where he got like 10 or
Yeah.
freaking 12.
Oh, got run over. I assume going
So
for a
Goldquiver,
spin.
he reset out of the boating course back to Angular. So this is looking like Ice Ring.
Oh no! Oh, that was a nice shot though.
Not gonna be able to set up for a trog shot too close to the wall.
Oh,
At least
and
for
that
the common setup that people go for.
that Morth dropping a big magic for Tuba right as he goes for the second PG shot.
Right at the very end.
PG3 down for Tuba right as Goldquiver heading to the island where he'll find his shard. Island formerly known as Ice Ring.
If the keys are Zubats, I feel like the Morths are like Roggenrola, like the little like rock ball guy with like the one eyeball. At least I think that's an eyeball.
You're getting past my Pokemon.
I don't even remember what gen that's from. I'm gonna be
Gens 1 and 2, I'm on board. Past that, it's a crapshoot.
someone in chat knows. Someone in chat knows.
Watch that be a Gen 2 Pokemon. I'll be really embarrassed.
No.
Gen
no,
5?
I mean,
Alright, cool. I never played Black White, so I'm good.
it's one of the fewer later gen ones that I actually did end up playing.
I think I played Gens 2, 4, and 7. But
Yeah,
Goldquiver finding his last shard. That was
There's
go
go
for
mode.
Goldquiver.
And there's Goanon for Tuba. Oh,
Nice
okay.
phase 1 there.
I actually wasn't sure if he got hit for a second there. Sometimes Ganon's sword can hit over top of your shield. But nope, it's just a ricochet off the barrier. She gives you iframes, but doesn't do damage, so you keep suit buff.
Getting the parry. Not a
missed
clean
the-
phase 2. Missed the one
I
cycle.
didn't get the little bit extra damage. That'll be plenty, though.
I can't wait to shame him for this when he gets into the interview.
Dang.
I'm such a good friend. And there's the reflect, and
I need GG's for Tubamann.
GG's, a dead Ganon on Tuba's side.
Is the go mode and the tracker flash. I like that. I see you. Actually, I don't know if that was Alex or Blanc.
Time
Long.
of 2:02:17.
20217. What a weird seed. Light arrows were like basically Sphere 0.
Light arrows were
They
like
might have
15
been.
minutes.
They might have been Sphere 1, but yeah, what the heck.
And,
And we are
welcome on
joined
in.
by
No, they,
both of the runners.
yeah, welcome on in both runners. And yeah, Claire,
GGs.
light arrows were Sphere 0.
Jeez.
Rock and roll of these nuts.
Oh boy.
Got him.
Ah,
Oh.
Damn.
he's been sitting on that one.
I have been. But GG's. That was actually a really fun seed.
GG's, yeah, absolutely. Like kind of a bummer that Overlook was hinted dead, but still pretty good.
No, I was okay with that one.
Yeah, I would be too.
Overlook
My,
hinted dead. You got the hinted bottle on Shark and then found a bottle at Horseshoe anyway.
My late game dungeons just fell apart completely. I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to look at my controller because it completely turned me around when I was trying to jump slash on that pot or chest hit past hanging vines. And
Okay.
just flew me right off, like
Maybe
I did
just
not
check
expect
and see if
person.
your controller has like snapback, maybe.
something like that.
Hmm.
That was
I wonder.
That was sad. That was very sad.
Yeah. That was very clearly not intentional.
So yeah, after that I was feeling behind at the end, so I had to make that gamble jumping into Tower of the Gods, hoping that it wasn't hinted dead, that it would be something.
And actually, interestingly, both of you, I think, probably perhaps in the same string of logic, being like, well, it was not hinted Baron.
That was my thinking. My
Yeah,
whole
okay.
idea was, okay, Tachi is not hinted Baron, and we had 5 whole Baron hints. So, 2 things. Well, 3 things. 1, Shard is there. 2, Shield is there. 3, both are there. And, well, rip.
Yeah. It was
we were-
great because we were talking about how Baron blockers are a thing and can happen, and it worked out as a perfect example.
But we were also talking about the only other thing that could be a Baron blocker was a shield, because if it was just the statue or just the deluxe Picto, that could just be your shard, and then it can't be Baron.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's
But-
kind of neat,
Instead, it was a shield on the last possible
No.
check.
which is just so rude.
Like heck yeah,
Because
let's
also,
book in
because
the last
you
check.
also both big key skipped, obviously, because it was
Yep.
over
A
in the
bad big
floating
key, yeah.
platforms. So
Yeah,
you
forget
had that
that.
moment. You were like, "Well, that's my go mode right there. Definitely, 100% gonna be." And then you go in, you're like, "Wait,
No doubt.
Yeah, I saw that shield on my back like halfway through the fight and got really sad.
Yeah.
I would have been in the same place." I probably wouldn't have noticed the shield. I would have picked up the shard and been like, "You need one more." I'm like, "God dang it!" I'm so non-observant when it comes to shields and stuff. Sometimes, like, gosh dang it.
Well, I
No,
mean, I
this
didn't
was
even notice until halfway through the fight.
It's fair.
This was a fun one to route. Like I have never super swam to Star Island before, and I didn't know where to go, and it just kind of
Yeah,
sick
at
that
first
I
it was
got
like,
that.
at first it was like, man, it's kind of strange that Goldquiver hasn't done Mother and Child, and then you were setting up for him like, oh, it could be to Star, and then you went there. I'm like,
We also thought
okay.
you might have been super swimming to Helmrock.
I want to. I always want to, but I mean, I think that's kind of reserved to Forsaken Fortress being hinted Baron, and it was the exact opposite.
No kidding. That's
Well,
the
you could always
dungeon that
super
paid
swim,
out.
do Helmrock, and then just do the rest of the dungeon after.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is there a reason that y'all picked? You wanted to do 4 dungeon race mode and combat caves, or just, wanted to spice things up?
If you'd like to go first, I can say my reason after.
I really enjoy the idea of getting a go mode dungeon, like completely skipping it, whatever it happens to be, or if we get one of the temples, like trying to work around the logic of storing a key into the other temple, but unfortunately no temples this seed. So somehow.
Yep. And for me, I've always been a 4 dungeon race mode guy. I find dungeons way more interesting than the overworld. So even if it ends up being something like a go mode dungeon, I just find that gameplay to be much more interesting than sailing. Even if there's the chance that, you get messed over, like, I'll be honest, my PG and Ganon this seed were atrocious because I was just like shaking because I was sure that Goldquiver probably went to Ice Ring first.
Oh,
I
God.
almost thought he was going to, because Goldquiver finished Forbidden Woods and forgot to check mail. So he warped to Tot G, started sailing into Tot G, and then soft reset. And I was like, oh, is he going to check Ice Ring? We haven't seen it yet. And
3
then,
checks right there. Oh.
And then, no, he
Yep.
checked mail and then warped to Tower of the Gods. And it was like, oh, okay, well, if the shard's in here,
Hey, it be that way
the
sometimes.
race hasn't
Mhm.
changed.
In some ways, it's maybe for the best. It's like, yeah, well, you kind of cleared in a similar sort of way. So there was no hard, heavy RNG factor in the end.
I actually think you both ended with exactly the same number of things checked.
Probably.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Skip
I can't.
Big Pig and Great Fairy.
And I think
Oh,
I
never
think
mind.
Big Pig was the
Tuba-
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tuba
no,
did Big
Tuba
Pig.
got Grandma Mail on outset, so he got that. He got Big Pig with that, but I think that's the
Yep.
only difference.
No.
Yeah, because I had Outset Fairy, I had the Inner Cave of Ice Ring, I had Tingle, and then I had 4 checks on Windfall.
Makes sense.
And then Hyrule, of course.
Yeah, same here. Just I didn't do those last 2 on outset, but everything else is the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
We also liked your classic store the cabana deed to break into the cabana.
God.
It took me forever to realize that's what I stored, and then when I realized it, I laughed so hard.
Yeah. I saw you looking for it for a while, and I was like, "Oh, he hasn't noticed it yet. Oh no." Oh,
is that the
Goldquiver.
controller again? Perhaps.
That's rough.
That was a nice recovery, though.
Honestly.
Not so much magic, yeah. That one, I don't think I'll blame the controller on that one. I think I was just a little bit tilted after those 2 dungeons that kind of like went horribly.
Sure.
I was kind of.
I get that 100%.
Yeah.
That's a little bit rough, but no. Aside from that, like a bit of a rough start to early game. The middle of it all felt really great, and the first 2 dungeons fantastic. But then, Forbidden Woods with that kind of threw off the groove.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also,
Battery
Xenia just
low.
said- yeah. Shout out. It freaks me out because I didn't know what that was at first.
I was also we were on your audio, so everybody heard it. But I was worried that like it was gonna be I was like on Goldquiver's side or something, or just in the comms call. I'm like, oh, what if they think we're crazy?
Yeah.
I was like, what was that sound? I'm like, what's happening?
I just completely didn't even think about it because, I got done with work and I had not charged my headset since yesterday. And I was like, the second I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my strangely very nice sounding headset.
Yeah, I think it was good. It was good. No further comments.
And there's
GG
GG's on
Goldquiver.
Goldquiver's side, just finished on restream.
I guess one other question, I guess, before we can take a look and see what the bracket's looking like is what was your? I guess I'm just curious. Were you just trying to save your arrows? You hookshot Godon's eyeballs.
That was 100% it. Yep.
Okay.
I've actually gotten.
I didn't even know you could do that. I'm gonna be honest. I had no clue. I saw you do that. I'm like, wait, does that work?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So fun fact. You can. That is actually in logic for nested dungeon entrances.
Oh.
So,
Snap.
that being said, like, there's a very low chance that that's ever going to be in logic, because for that to happen, you've got to have the bow locked behind whatever is on Godin's heart container, or if it's race mode, whatever's in Hyrule. So that's really unlikely. But when I realized that, I was like, if I'm on the 3rd phase and I get a snot arrow drop and I really want to keep 10 arrows, then yeah, I'll just use hookshot on the last phase. It's only slightly slower.
Interesting. No, like I said, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I was
Yep.
like, well, I'm like, he's either doing it to conserve arrows, doing it to show off, which seems unlikely, or just doing it to show people that it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would never use it on the eyes because it takes 4 hits on the eyes.
Like the hands.
The hand eyes.
The hand
Sorry.
eyes.
Yes, but for Godin's actual eyes, it's still just 2 hits. So if
I
you
guess
do
that
it
makes
fast
sense,
enough,
yeah, because the elemental arrows don't change the number of hits for his eyes either.
yeah, exactly. So
because they're not damage based.
So if you have the hook shot and you want to save some arrows, like maybe you're going to do some fire ice checks afterwards, or you're about to enter Hyrule and you want 10 arrows for Phantom Ganon and the climb up, just use hook shot. It only saves it only loses a couple seconds. Now it lost a little more for me because he was a little mean, but I usually do not take that many cycles for Hookshot Godin.
Mhm. That's interesting. Yeah, all right. So looking at the bracket, so Tuba will be moving on, but this was, again, for anybody watching, this was winner's bracket. So it's a 2-loss elimination. Neither of our runners will be going home after this, except they're probably both actually sitting at home. Tuba is moving on to face Rick Schmitty in winner's bracket quarters. That'll be, I don't know, deadline
That-
October
that-
1st. So that probably won't be for a little bit,
Right
perhaps.
now.
Uh, and then Goldquiver is going to be facing off against Keenian down in losers bracket round 1. So that'll probably be more likely to happen before that. So
And both of those will be best of 3s.
yeah, so it should be some good stuff, some good matchups.
Mhm.
Best of luck to you both in your upcoming matchups when they happen.
Thank you very much.
And GG's.
Yeah, thanks so much for you two, the trackers. That's the restreamer. Like it's all fantastic that you can do this, and looking to get involved in a few more of these races coming up too. There's a lot of really cool stuff to see.
Well, that's that, Xenu. What's happening on ZSR?
So what's happening on ZSR is, as far as we're concerned, for the Wind Waker community, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, we got a second round. We got a second round match. We got the bromance battle between Spytron and Sir Kelp. That's looking to be a good one. Following day, we've got 11 a.m. Eastern Saturday. Crane versus Skinny D. That's going to be a Challenge Cup winners bracket round 2. Later on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will have Alex versus Tanjo, winners bracket round 2 main tournament. And coming up across CSR tomorrow, I believe this is the first bracket match of the MMR season tourney. We have Eris versus Exodus. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and a bunch of weeklies at their usual times. So be on the lookout for all of that. I don't know who we're gonna raid because I don't really see anyone Wind Waker related live right now, at least in my follow list. So we are gonna go ahead and raid someone who's doing an Uter race right now. Artificial Red. Once again, thank you to our commentators, our trackers, our runners. Give them all a follow. And we will see you guys next time.